Hey, this is David Manny here. 1938 season, once again. The team is Memphis Red Sox from the Negro American League. They're technically the world champions because the Negro American League had two split seasons. They won the first half. The second half was won by the Atlanta Blackcrackers. They faced each other off in a World Series or pennant, which Memphis won 2-0. The final game was in Atlanta. So they're declared the champions because the Negro National League 2 did not have a postseason, so they didn't face. So there you go. The team's record was overall 39-24-1. Their manager was Ted Double Duty Radcliffe. I don't know, it says here, he had a record of 40-35-1. So he probably faced other teams who weren't in the Negro Leagues, like amateurs, college, maybe even the major leagues. So we don't know. I think in this case, you may call him triple duty because he was manager as well. So here you go, naming off names. Claude Hazlett, Tennessee, ? Lucille Wainwright. Emery Adams, Tennessee, Arlene. 32, Smith, ? 31, Provine Bradley, Louisiana, Mississippi. 30, Eugene or Gene Bremer from New Orleans. Elizabeth Gertrude Randolph. Very tragic. In around 1942, 1943, he survived either a bus crash or a car crash, which caused a skull fracture and a concussion. I think 2 of his teammates died in that crash, and 3 or more players were also injured that they couldn't play that season. But the team ended up playing a game in Cincinnati where the crash took place. So I think he did play for a team in Cincinnati that year. Next is Lefty Wilson, Texas. 28, Porter Moss from Cincinnati, Orville. Tragically, he got killed in a train as well during a dice game. He got shot. Wasn't meant for him, but the white doctor refused to treat him. They were trying to look for another doctor, and he bled to death. So there you have it there. And this is like another 4 or 5 years after this season. 27, moving on. Johnson, ? 26, Donnelly. 25, Raymond Taylor, Memphis. 24, Dixon. 23, Pepper Morgan. 22, Jones, all ? 21, Bill Hoskins, Mississippi. 20, Andy Childs, Arkansas. 19, Fred Bankhead, Alabama. Let's see, we got here. 18, Bob Smith, Alabama. 17, Leo Hannibal, Indianapolis. I think he was pretty famous there. He lived, I think, till 1977. 16, Hoss Walker, Austin, Texas. 15, David Watley, Georgia. 14, Clifford Allen. 13, Mays. 12, Bob Madison, Louisiana. Anyway, Willie Mays was only 8 years old, so, or 7. Or maybe his father, who knows. Bob Madison, Louisiana, I think California. 11, Zierle Maxwell, Texas. Othelia Odom. Okay. Willie Jefferson, Oklahoma. There's that man. Ted Radcliffe, Chicago High School, Ann, Alberta. This man lived to be 103 years old. So he's only been dead for 19 years. And he was born in 1902. Or that's according to records. He could have been a lot older. 8, Nat Rogers, Nat, N-A-T, from Spartanburg. 7, Lloyd Davenport, New Orleans. 6, Cowan Hyde, Mississippi, College. Edith May Poole. 5, Marlon Carter, Texas. 4, Neil Robinson, Birmingham. 3, Red Longley, Arkansas. 2, Jelly Taylor, Ohio. And the final player, catcher Larry Brown, Birmingham, Memphis. So, yeah, he was born in Birmingham, but lived out his life after his career in Memphis. So he was the guy who claimed he threw out Ty Cobb in Cuba around 1923, 1926, and Ty Cobb simply walked up. He threw him about 4 or 5 times, and Ty Cobb just walked off and left. So there you have it for the world champions of the Negro American League and also all of Negro League baseball, the Memphis Red Sox.